welcome back to Super Deals, 401 West 6th Street in Okmulgee, Oklahoma. We are open Monday through Saturday, 12 to 6, but I always tell everyone message before coming, because if I get busy or I got plans or something, I will close up and take off and do other stuff. So I am today just sorting out controllers and checking them out, making sure if they need to be cleaned or whatever, and then get them all put back on the shelves and everything, because we had them up there at one time, but we get green little rubber bands that are falling apart and they just don't hold it like they should. So we got zip ties and we got metal twisties and stuff, so we're going to see how that does a little bit better. The twisties haven't had a problem, but the rubber bands, they just will not stay together for nothing. Looks like we need some longer ones though for that. So much fun. I think I need the longer ones though, because that's too short. And then I'm just going to tie them up, and then we're going to put them on our wall of fun. The only problem is, even though you go through all this hard work to make everything nice and neat, everyone just goes through and messes it all up anyway. I'll be right back, grab something else. And that's not working either. Let's see here if we make some of these cords work. That box either. I guess we'll have to double them up. So we do all this stuff up as nice as we can for everyone, and you know, I bag up the cords to make sure they don't get tangled up and everything. But for some reason, there's always that one person that comes in and has to go through it all and pull out every cord out of the bags just to see what's going on in there, and then not buy a damn one. So for those people, we'd appreciate you don't do that, but it is what it is. So I'm going to go through and get these things sorted out, get them checked out and everything, wipe them down if we need to, get it all ready for the prep wall and everything so we can get rid of some stuff. Because my goal is to get this whole back counter all cleared off within the next few days. Because we got like all kinds of different projects getting ready to happen, and so much to do, so little time. Never got enough time to do anything. You know, back in the day we had 5 employees all the time running around doing something. Now, unfortunately, there is no flow of money like that anymore, and everyone gets paid twice as much to do half as much. So unfortunately, that's the way it is. But at the same time, everything costs 3 times, 4 times as much too. So I get it why people don't want to work cheap, because I don't want to work cheap, but I do anyway because it's my business. So I'm stuck here, the one doing it and everything. So we just go with it and do what you can. Just do the best you can. Keep going. I don't know where I put it. There we go. And put a little rag to wipe this off here. But we've been working on getting everything cleaned out next door. Got to go through everything. Did all kinds of stuff. Had to go through all that stuff, and we're doing some office work and getting that all cleaned up and everything. So we have a place to sit down and chill and do some lives too. And everything. It's just so many projects I've got going on, because I've been going through a lot of health problems the last few years, and so I've got that under control now. So now I'm just trying to catch up with all the stuff I let go to crap, because there's definitely a lot of it go to crap and everything. So now I'm just trying to get everything done the way it's supposed to be and get caught up and everything. So we're getting ready to get some stuff back outside for the fill-a-bag. Got a $1 fill-a-bag we do outside, and pretty much we do that to help people out and to get rid of the last of our stuff that we don't want. Stuff that's it's just stuff we have that we don't want, but it's here, it comes and goes, so we just get rid of it that way. And then we do the dollar store next door. Everything's going to be $1 or less. Pretty much most of it's going to be $1. If it's less, it's probably going to be in the fill-a-bag. Unless it's like the VHS, we're going to have the VHS fill-a-bag for $3. Books are fill-a-bag for $3. And then there's some DVDs without covers. They're fill-a-bag for $3. Other than that, the rest of the stuff in there is pretty much $1 each. I think we'll have some bins that are normally 2 for $1 that we get to once in a while with some new stuff in them. It just depends on what we get. So how we bend it out and everything. So just trying to get things done here because we got so much stuff to do. I've got a few different patchings to do on the roof, and then that'll be done. And then I'm going to be putting the rest of the back room together No, I've been working on that for a while. It's just everything takes so long. It's so depressing sometimes because you got so much to do and there's so little time to do it. It's like I took an hour to do a job earlier and I could not get the hole right for nothing for what I was doing. I was putting a measuring stick across one of the counters and I still got a little bit of space in it, but man, it took me an hour as it is. I got tired of it. I'm like, I'm done. I got to get out of here. I can't do it no more. And stuff I'm looking for, stuff like this. Some of the stuff we got, yeah, that's not going out like that. We're just not doing that. So we're going to pull that off, put it there. So I got to check everything out, make sure it's actually sellable stuff. Like this stuff here. That's not sellable. You want that in your collection? No, probably not. I mean, now if you get it for $2 or $1 or something that works, yeah, it'd be good to go. And everything. It just all depends on what you got going on. And everything. Like this here. This is old coax for the old Dream. I think that's Dreamcast actually. And everything. Coax for it, which I have some of the other cords and everything, but no one uses the coax anymore. But once in a while you have someone that wants it for their collection or something, so we keep them just for that. It's like these cords. These cords used to be gold and everything, but you can get them just about everywhere now. And everything for the PS2, PS1, PS3, and all them that have the smaller cords. They're everywhere nowadays. But you got to make sure you have the right ones still. Because some of them flimsy ones, they're real cheap. I had a flimsy one up there on the front for a sign that we had. And when you come in, you flip the switch and everything, but it was real thin wires and everything. And I remember I come in one day, I flipped the switch, and my friend's up in the front, he's like, "Oh, the store's on fire!" Puts it out and everything. I'm like, "Man!" He's like, "I can light it back up." I'm like, "No, we ain't doing that crap. No way, no how. We don't do that." And everything, but man, it scared the crap out of me because it lit the whole front of that on fire. I still haven't wiped off all the smoke damage, and that was 15 years ago. Probably should clean that up, you know. But so I try not to use anything that has those real thin wires, because anytime I have, I've always had an issue with them. You got to make sure it's at least a little bit of gauge there. You know, you don't want something so flimsy that, you know, you put heat to it or whatever, it's going to burn out. But these are a little bit different. You know, they're real flimsy and everything, but they're to the TV. Not a lot of power going through it. But those ones for the power, for the power cords, man, you don't want the power going through that, because that'll light a fire on here. Yeah, no. Don't really want that. Too much fire coming out of there. So that's why Xbox, the original Xbox, they put a what do you call it? The safety feature where it had the overload on it. I can't remember what it's called. Safety overload. Yeah, I'm not really doing real good right now with my memory and everything, and got so much going on and everything, trying to keep up with all this stuff I got going on. But yeah, I had a overload circuit in it so it could blow out and everything, just so people wouldn't be burning down their houses, because they had an issue with that for a while there. Definitely don't want to be doing all that fun stuff. There we go. Yeah, some of these are working out good. This is like the old coax for a PS1. No one uses anything like that. The only time you sell them is when the collector's like, "Hey, I want that." But other than that, no one uses coax. Hell, most people don't even have coax TVs anymore. But online, they're going pretty high, them coax TVs. They're still selling pretty good and everything. There's a Dreamcast. Almost looks like the PS2. Oh, my lights just went off. Which one did it go? Well, okay. One of the lights over there just went out. The whole row. I don't know why. I think I need to switch the switch again. So much fun. So much to do. Got the original 360 video. And then we got Nintendo controllers. You know, all kinds of goodies here. But I'm going to redo that one because it looks like crap. And we're trying to make it look good on the wall when we get it on there. I could bag them up, but man, that's a lot more work than this even. Bagging them up. It's just so much work to run your own store as it is, and then you try to take care of everything, make it nice, and everyone wants to open up your containers and your bags and your packages. I don't understand that. You can see the same thing on the outside. What are you seeing on the inside? When you open it up, what are you seeing? Is it that you just got to touch it? What is it? I just don't get it. So, yeah, we just So I try to make it as nice as I can. That's why I have a lot of stuff behind the display cases, because people just like to touch and steal. So even if it's only $1, some of the stuff I gotta lock up, because if not, they'll still put it in their pockets, take off with it. And of course, you know, there's not much they do about stuff like that anymore. You can just rob anyone anymore and they don't do anything about it, I think. You know, they're like, we have to know exactly what they took. We have to know how much they took of this and what they took of that and all that. They said it's easier to just trespass them. I'm like, yeah. For the fill bag, I had that issue, you know, because we already went through that with the issue. And they're like, yeah, I got to know what. They said it's easier. We just trespass them. Then they come back. We take them to jail. I'm like, do what you need to do. You know, it's just stupid that people want to steal stuff that's fill a bag for $1. It's not like it's really expensive or anything. And, you know, I'm not really doing much with the, really doing too great with my lives anymore anyway. I got so much going on, so much in my head. Just trying to get things done here. And then it's like, why do we want to put a lot of work into it when TikTok keeps changing everything? Our views have gone into the toilet, so why get excited about trying to do stuff, you know? It's just, everyone's like, follow me, I'll follow you, and all that, and everything else, and now everyone's deleting everyone, and everyone's doing this and doing that. Then you got all these influencers that have like 30, 40,000, 100,000 followers, and they're like, follow me, I'll follow you. And they ain't even following but 5 people. It's like, man, people are just rude. It's, you know, but it is what it is. It's just people are just being sneaky about everything, you know. It's like we got the fill bag, and they will take everything they can out of the packages and leave a big old mess in the boxes for you to clean up and everything, just so they could get it cheaper and everything. We try to help people out. We try to keep it cheap, keep it going and everything, but people still try to be sneaky with it. And you know, it's like back in the day, you could go anywhere and you could help someone and not have to worry about it. Now, I won't even pull over if I got anyone in the car and everything. And then I'm still iffy about it myself, even, because, you know, you don't know how people are going to react anymore. People have gotten stupid and crazy, and they just, some people just really don't care how much they hurt people and how much people are going through. They just don't care. So you just do the best you can and just keep going and everything. And you just try to be a good person, because if you don't, you know, karma's going to get you and everything. So I just try to do the best I can. Try to be good with people, try to help people out. But there's so much going on all the time that I can never get caught up with stuff. I just keep going and going and going. That's like I got to redo these. Half this stuff was redone years ago probably, and I'm redoing them again because, you know, most of the stuff has been sold off and then redone, but it's just, people like to tear everything apart. So I just keep going at it. But we're slowly getting it together. I've got the store next door is all ready to be put together, I think. We just got a few little things to do over there, and we're getting ready to move the dollar stuff over there within the next few days. Next week sometime we're looking at going to the auction to get some more stuff, and we're going to fill up that building. We're going to fill up our fill bag outside. We're going to start filling this up and everything. I've got a few different projects I'm finishing up, and once those are done, I'm going to be ready to start going at it, and we're going to start having trucks coming in all the time. No, I say all the time, but as slow as I am, I'll probably get one trailer done a month. Is about as much as I'll be able to get done, because one trailer stacked to the ceiling is a lot of stuff. It's a lot of sorting, it's a lot of guessing. But what I'm doing right now is I'm cleaning up all the stuff I had in storage from this or that, or I'm like, hey, I'm going to do this project, or I'm going to do that project, knowing damn well I ain't going to do any of them projects. So I've just been cleaning house and everything. I've got, you know, I have 6 apartments upstairs. I only have one of them with stuff in it, and I've got one with wood in it and one with stuff in it, and I'm going to condense that down to one apartment. And once I get the apartments done and finished, I'll be condensing that stuff down to no apartment, and then we'll be doing some stuff there. So it's just one thing at a time. I just got so much going on and everything. If I could get a handyman that would like a free rental and everything, might work something out there where they can live in the apartment, do it up, and do all the handyman work around here, and then they can have a free apartment. it's a thought. Don't know if I'm going to do it or not, because I don't really trust too many people, because everyone's always trying to pull a fast one. So you just got to be careful and watch everyone. I've had 20-year-old friends screw me over, so I mean, I just don't trust a lot of people. I am not sure what that goes to. Oh, that right there is to change your PS2 controller to GameCube. That's pretty cool, actually. A lot of people like the PS2 controllers, but they want different controllers. So you can switch it out and use the same controller, so you don't have to buy all these extra controllers. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to look up how to do that. You know, you get a lot of that yellow on your controllers and stuff. There's a way to get that off. I don't know how it is, but I'm going to start looking stuff up like that. It's just trying to catch up with all the projects I have already. It keeps me going in circles, mainly. And so we just keep going at it. And my goal is, like I said, get this all cleared off within the next month. Get that all cleaned up. Get new stuff in next week, maybe. I don't know if it's going to be next week. I want to get it in next week, because the week after is the 1st, and then we'll have people coming in left and right and all kinds of stuff going on, I hope. Hopefully not like last month, because last month, I don't know what happened. Everyone had to pay their taxes, and I think it just scared everyone off, because business just died last month. I mean, it didn't go from, oh, it's going to slow down, to it went to, there ain't no business. No one coming out, no one doing anything. My wife, she does DoorDash and all that, because she can't do a lot of standing and everything, because after she broke her pelvis and everything. So she does that. Even that had nothing going on. So, I mean, we didn't make any money. So we went on vacation instead. The only problem is when you got no money, it leaves you with even less money. So now we're back to work trying to make up some money again, you know. Yeah, you just take it one day at a time. I don't know what these active things are. We got some Wii Actives. Go on your race or whatever to play those games. I don't know how that works, but if anyone needs those, we got a ton of those too. We got all kinds of stuff in here. I'm gonna have to move all this stuff and start stacking that up, I guess. If I leave it in the cart like that, everyone's gonna be messing with it, messing it all up and everything else. And we don't want to do that either. Got a whole bunch of power cords. Whole bunch. I remember back in the day I had to order power cords. Now I got so many of them I can't see straight. So that's like I was buying Nintendo 64s for $5, selling them for $20. Man, I wish I would have just put them in storage and let them sit for a while, because those things are going for about $150 each now, and the controllers are going for about $25 each. And I was selling them for $20, and I had about 100 of them. Man, I could have made some money off that if I just waited. But then I wanted to have the money I made off them back then. So it is what it is. You know, you just do what you can. You never know what's going to sell. If I'd known all the stuff that was going to sell and make big money, I would have never sold half of it I did. Because I sold a lot of stuff off that I shouldn't have. I had like a huge Mad magazine collection. Sold it off for nothing. I had almost all the Garbage Pail Kids you could think of. Sold it off for just about nothing. I had the Mask collection. Everyone that ever came out at that time. Sold it off for nothing. Train sets. I had all kinds of stuff. Tried to get my dad to store it for me. He wouldn't store it. So I pretty much took it to auction, and I pretty much gave away all my stuff for like $200. Man, that hurts to this day, and I'm old now. But what do you do? I mean, there's not much else you can do. Smile and go with it. That's all you can do. I mean, there's not much else you could do. I wish I had that stuff, though, because some of that stuff be worth some money now. Really worth some money now. Looks like I'm going to have to get out here and get some hooks in there and start putting this stuff up. But it'd be good to get this stuff out, because it's been sitting behind the counter and everyone's like, hey, I want to see that. I want to do this. Can't see it because it's behind the counter in the bin, so at least I'm getting it out. Maybe we can sell something a little bit more. Get some more stuff out. Eventually, I think I'm going to move these clothes over next door, and we're going to put up some new racks for some other stuff. Just got all kinds of plans, but I never got any money to do the things I want to do. So what do? You just keep going with it. I must be boring the hell out of everyone anymore. I don't really have much to tell anyone about. I mean, we went on our vacation to New Jersey for the Resurrection Tour. That was pretty fun and everything. And saw Kevin for a little bit. Didn't really get to talk to him as much as I normally do. But he had 5 shows and he was running in circles. And then we were trying to come back and we were going to go see Vincent. And something happened with him. He was busy, so we didn't get to go there. And it just seems like no matter what we did, nothing worked out that trip. But I did have fun, though. I still got to see my friends and have fun. So that's what matters, you know, the most is, you know, we didn't get to talk long, but we got to hang out, you know. So that was cool. Got some pics and everything. Got to see some people I haven't seen in a while. It's always like family going out there, you know, so that's kind of cool. Of course, if you talk to some people, you'd be like, oh, I don't get along with my family. I don't like family. Yeah, it just depends on what kind of family you have, I guess. Good family or not. But this is like going out and hanging out with a good family and everything. Got a whole bunch of Sega controllers and everything. These are Saturn and everything. Definitely got a whole bunch of these. Power cords for the N64. We always had tons extra of those because if they didn't work, we kept the cords obviously and sold the other as scrap. And power cords didn't really go bad, so we always had extras of them piled up everywhere, just piling them up. Just kept them piled and everything because I want to throw them away. But they're not worth a whole lot because there's so many of them out there. I'm sure if I got online and went to eBay and started trying to sell stuff and everything, they'd be worth a little bit more. But then you got to deal with a bunch of people, and I'm not really that nice and likable, and I don't really care for too many people. I love my customers, though. I love having the store. I love the good ones that come in, but there's always that smart mouth person that comes in and always got to put their 2 cents out there, be talking crap about this or that and everything else. It's like, man, would you like to try to do this? Because I don't think you could. We got 5,000 square foot here, and I got 20,000 DVDs, and people will be like, why don't you alphabetize them? Well, if I alphabetize them, that means I got to pay someone to sit there and alphabetize them. That also means that the movies now just went from $1 to $2. So would you rather have a scavenger hunt, or would you rather go straight to your movie and get it for $2? Because I'll tell you right now, 90% of these people nowadays, they're not even willing to pay $2 for a movie. You know, I am in a cheap area too, but the problem is there's so many flea markets and everything else. The only time they're going to pay that much for a movie is something they can't find anywhere else, and then they're going to be like, oh, okay, I'll do that. But other than that, they're not going to do it. They're definitely not going to. You know, so, but then you got regular, I don't know, I'm just brain dead. So, I just try to keep it organized in here, keep it cleaned up and everything. But you always got people grabbing stuff, put it away, and just drop it all over and everything. And that's just like any other store you go to and everything. It's just really annoying because, you know, at Walmart, they got 900 people to put stuff away. Here, it's me. If I see it, I got to pick it up. I mean, we used to have the fill bag over here, and we don't have a bathroom over here. So people would take the cups, I kid you not, and they would pee in cups and put them on the shelf. That's another reason why we closed the fill bag and why it's outside anymore, because we're not doing that. And now we also have cameras everywhere watching you, so if you want to do that, just be warned, you are on camera doing it. So go ahead and be stupid then, because, yeah. And eventually someday I'll get the toilet fixed up here. But we had a winter storm about 5 years ago, and that one where Texas got hit real hard, and it blew out everything up here. And it even blew out the wall. So yeah, the electric or the plumbing in the wall was blowing out. So I hooked up the toilet, thought, hey, I did really great. Toilet's working. Turn it on, water just comes flying out of the wall, gushing all over the place. And I'm like, well, guess we didn't get that as good as I thought, so it is what it is. So I haven't had time to take that wall apart, and I haven't had time to feed it up through there. But that'll probably all be happening sometime this year, because we got some other issues we're going to take care of. It's just always one thing after another. And I'm just waiting to see how this economy does, because if it does good, we're going to get a lot more done. I mean, we had the money to do it, but I invested it with a friend. I say a friend, I use that loosely because he's no longer a friend. But he just took my money and ran, and now I'm just trying to figure out things. So that's why I'm trying to do things the way I want to instead of trying to kill myself and everything else. I'm not trying to go out of my way because I was set for retirement, and then something happened, and that happened, and so now I'm set for. And I was only supposed to have to work another 5 years, halfway, and then I would have been set for life for the way I spend and everything. But now I ain't set for shit. I ain't gonna lie. I've just taken it one day at a time and hoping to make it through it anymore. Because what do you do? I mean, like I said, he took everything I had. So stupidest mistake I ever made, trusting a 20-year-old friend. But that's what he's done all these years. Why the hell would he just up and disappear? I guess because he wasn't doing as good a job as I thought he was with it. I just don't know. All I know is I can't get a hold of him, can't find him. But so I'm just going to have to save up the money to do the things I need to do instead of relying on having that money later. So I just take it one day at a time. That's all I can do. And just hope for the best. You know, it is what it is. I mean, there's good people out there, there's bad people out there. The problem is that you just got to be careful because people, they'll tell you anything you want to hear and everything, just trying to get on your good side and everything. And the second they think they got you, man, they are robbing you blind. Because that's why I don't have employees anymore. Because every time I'd get employees, they'd all get comfortable, and then they start smoking that meth, snorting that meth, whatever you do with it, I don't even know. And everything, and just start stealing everything under the sun. So I've just learned it's easier to just do it myself. It gets done right. It may take me longer to get things done, but it's not costing me in the end. I've had probably over $100,000 worth of stuff stolen from me. Does it hurt? You bet your butt it hurts, especially when you're as broke as I am. But it is what it is. You just do what you do. You don't worry about it. Just keep going. Because what else can you do? You really can't do anything about it. So you just do the best you can and keep going. And just, you know, in this world nowadays, you got to fight that depression and just not let it get you down and just keep going. Because if you don't, it'll knock you down quicker than shit. And then it's hard to get up once you get knocked down. So you just keep going. I have all kinds of things I want to do. I just got to one day at a time it. So I've got to get all these wired up and everything. And then they're going to go on, like I said, the accessory wall over there. And then I think I got like 6 more bins of these to go up though. So it's going to take me a while to get this all done. But it's just one day at a time. You just do what you can. There's another one. I'm just glad some of these are already done in this one. I have some of them where they just trashed them. I mean, they just trashed them apart and just tore them apart. Now I got to redo them all. That's annoying as heck. And mainly I'm just looking for the wires that are cut that people might have missed or something when they were tying them up. Like here. I don't even think them wires are together. I don't even think you can see it. But we got to pull stuff like that and everything. And just go from there. Used to have tons and tons of game systems and all that stuff. Now I don't. So tomorrow what I'll do is I'll take this stuff and I'll start putting hooks on the wall, and then we'll start hanging it up, because after I get done with my live here, I'm going to shoot up, make my dinner for the night, and then I'm going to do some listings for some stuff for sale that we need to get out of the store, get it out of my way, and then I am going to go to bed. I'm going to try to get up early tomorrow, but I'm a liar because we all know I'm not going to. But I always try to, because my wife, she gets up about 7:30, 8 o'clock every morning. Me, I do not. I just can't do it. I fight and fight and fight to get going, and I hurt so bad after a long day. So it takes a little bit to get going, but I would love to get up about 8 o'clock every day. Which I'm going to start pushing myself to start getting up earlier, but I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to try it. See how it goes. But either way, I'm working quite a few hours a day anyway, so it don't matter how I do it. Man, there are definitely a lot of power cords here. Lots of them. Definitely going to have to go through them and find the generic ones and sort them out and discount them. so much fun. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Drum set for Rock Band. Dongle. Those are good to have. They're worth more than the drum set. Then we got the charge cord for the PS3 controller. And let's see here what else we got. We got a controller. See, I don't understand the object of taking all this stuff out of the unwinding it. I mean, it's not like you can play with it in the store, so I don't understand why would you take it apart anyway. Just be annoying. Yeah, a lot of people are that way. I understand sometimes you're not sure of things or something, but if anyone asks, you can always come and ask and help, and then we can put it back together and put it back the way it was. If you don't want it, you know, at least then we don't have a whole bunch of stuff all over the store that's not put away. So I'd rather just be told, hey, you know, I want to look at it. No problem, let's do this. And everything, and then if you don't want it, I can put it back together the way it needs to be and put it back on the shelf. It's, you know, people take time to put this stuff away, you know, and if people just go and take it, throw it all over, you're kind of defeating the purpose of me getting it done, so I'm never going to get caught up. So I just try to keep going at it. And clean off some of this stuff and everything, make it a little bit nicer than it is. Some of this stuff's been sitting and some of it has not, but got a whole bunch of stuff I pulled out of storage, and we got a whole bunch more to come out. And I just keep going at it. I just can't keep up with myself, to be honest. So I've been trying to push a lot more to the fill-a-bag again, which I know I wanted to do away with, but I'm tired of getting brain locked where it's like, what do I do with this? What do I do with that? It's so much easier. You know, I'm like, hey, if someone wants it for $1, they can have it for $1. If someone wants that for fill-a-bag, they can have it. But don't let it sit in the fill-a-bag too long, because I'm only putting out a certain amount of boxes, and once it's full in the areas, we're just going to dump them. So we're just going to keep them rotating, you know. I'll try to keep the trash out as much as I can, but just going to keep it going. I'm not going to ever have as much as I had back in the day, because we had so much out there. We just had trailers sitting there. We just kept filling it up. And then we had this whole building full at one time. That's not my plans anymore. I'm planning on going to get different stuff, a little bit better stuff, and everything. Watch it, see how things do, and everything, and just try to get it filled up in here and make it nice and everything. Just wish we all knew the direction of the U.S. I mean, we already knew no matter who got in there, we were screwed, but I don't know what to think on it. I mean, some people think there's good happening, some people think there's bad happening. I just know there's a lot happening, and I don't know what the heck is going on and what to think yet. I'm just sitting back going, I hope that's not true, or dang, I hope that's true, or, you know, stuff like that. So we just keep going at it and watching it and see how it goes. So I know I probably bored you all to tears anymore. Don't really have much going on with the store. Don't really have much going on with me. I know people are out there watching the world, trying to figure out what's going on with it, and no one has a clue. We just take it one day at a time and do the best we can. That's all you can do anymore, honestly. And that's literally what I do. I just keep going at it every day, do the best I can. Just never give up. It's not easy out there for sure right now. It's definitely not getting easier out there for anyone. Well, I'm glad half of these are already done, so that's cool. That makes it easier to finish these up. That's ugly. Trying to make them nice looking. I don't want them, I mean, they don't have to be perfect or anything, but I want them at least decent looking, so they don't look like they're just falling apart off there. It looks like so. Needs to be rewrapped. That one's good. That one's good. I'm just pulling the last of these out that are good, because we're getting ready to get off here, and I'm going to go take care of some business, and then, yeah, going from there. So that's pretty much what we got going on with all that fun stuff. Got one bin almost done, and I got 6 more to go or something like that. So we're slowly getting things together every day. So I appreciate y'all stopping in, taking a look, and you know, if anyone has any questions or anything, I know I need to pay more attention to what's going on over here and everything. But I'm always going and going and going and everything. So y'all have a great night, have a great day, and stay safe, and stop back and see me, and hopefully I get a little bit better at what I'm doing here, because I know I've got so much going on and don't have a clue what I'm doing anymore. I just keep going at it. Get on here and start telling some stories about life in general and all that stuff, and stories of the store. But it's coming. I'm going to get it back together and everything. Y'all have a great night and stay safe.